Good morning, everybody. Oof, it's been one of those days. Come on out. Oof. Already, we had an earthquake. Then she's not coming. Oh well, they've already been out. So we had an earthquake. I didn't feel it, but Facebook is going crazy. People are like, did you feel that? What was that? It was 4.2. Traffic's still going by, so I guess it wasn't a lot of damage. I'll see more on the news later, although I did get rid of my cable, but I used the Roku and get pretty much decent news that way. So anyway, what I've been doing here this weekend, for some reason last weekend I showed you that we had snow. All right, this weekend it's like 70, so I've been out. See if I go. See, took all that. The that vine was there, and the we have had frost, of course, and snow and stuff. So the hydrangeas, they're all burnt, and I trimmed them back a little bit, but I didn't go past the buds because I have to leave them up. They're the kind that you have to leave up. So this year maybe I'll have some flowers. I'll do a little more trimming. I really trimmed the rose bush back because it was very unwieldy. I want to put like a trellis or something up so I can keep it kind of controlled, because I don't want it leaning against the house. But I'd like to keep it so that it's, you know, just up there like that. And I got more cleaning to do, and then redo the chips and stuff, get these leaves out of here. But most of the chips have gone down to nothing. So the big ones are really from, I went over to the landfill and got some. So they last a lot longer than the small ones. So it's really, they work better and it's less work. So anyway, let me I've got a frog. But other than that, I'm fine. It's mostly because I ran out of, I'm not a huge coffee drinker. I usually drink tea. And I can drink tea with pretty much anything in it. But coffee has to have I'm like wussy. It has to have creamer, and it has to be like French vanilla creamer or something like that. So I used to drink it like regular, like light, little sweet, but once I started getting used to with vanilla in it, I go back to regular coffee, and it's kind of like before I drank coffee at all, and it was like, anyway, I may get used to it again though, because I don't feel like going to the store, to tell you the truth. I try to do like big shoppings if I have to do them, and I haven't had to do big shopping for a long time because I was so well stocked up for my dad. So it's just like to fill in little odds and ends here and there. So I did, let me show you some of the things. The chickens had a problem. They're getting out, so I put the electric all the way around to protect them better, and kind of deter them, because they know that the fence is electric, so they stay away from it. And they've stayed in because I have one hazard to a hawk, and as I told you, Rue got into it with the hawks, so he's in there too. So hopefully his tail will grow back. There he is. So, hi buddy, how are you? Taking care of all the girls? 3, 6, 9, 11, 12, there you go. Oh well, and I felt bad because the day the hawk got it, I went out and I'm like, I had just let the dogs out, and I see like, it looked like a chicken had gotten hit at the bottom of the driveway. So I go like running, and I'm in like my pajamas and my bare feet. Serious. Pajamas and bare feet. and it was freezing. It was like maybe 30 degrees. I'm running down the driveway. I'm like, oh, it's like, let me at least get it out of the road so because people make a mess. Like, it seems like some people, they see a dead animal, they have to like just hit it again and squish it all over the place. So I go to get it. It was still alive and it had a hawk attached to it. What I actually saw was because the hawk's wings were out and it was gray and white chicken. So it looked just like dead chicken. And I guess the hawk was resting because it was still a little bit too big for it because it was a young hawk. And I get down to it and I'm trying to figure out how to shoo it away. So I'm like, yelling at it and stuff. And it picked up and it went like halfway across the road, landed on the yellow line. And I'm like, I can't run out in the street now because there's cars going by and some guy in a truck stopped. He starts blaring his horn and the hawk took off. And I'm like, thank you. So the chicken came back across, and it went like up on the side here. It's like kind of like a cliff area with like weeded and it's got good coverage. So the hawk comes back, goes after this poor thing. So I went out there and I'm like chucking sticks at it and everything else. So the hawk finally takes off. The chicken was hiding in the woods. But I guess it must have had punctures that were just too bad because I got him in later, but she never really recovered. She just kind of went. So that was that. And no, I don't eat them. I could have made dog food, but I didn't. With wild animals, I'm always afraid if they have something. And chances of a hawk having a disease, probably pretty darn slim. But I just don't chance it. If I had to, for some reason, like say a chicken had like a broken wing or something, for some reason it was impeding its ability to live, and I had to cull it for some reason, and it wasn't because of disease, I probably would make dog food out of it. But anything that's killed for some reason, I don't, because you just don't know. Especially like if you just find something dead, you don't know if it was anything. Could be anything. So I'm always afraid that there might be some disease, and then the vet bill for the dog is worse, So anyway, and I fixed the goat pen because they climbed up and popped out of there over on this back side. Mayhem is in there now because they're breeding, and he's big and he's strong. So he actually, I think he was the one that knocked through. So, and he just basically split them. So I reinforced it up there, and that's pretty decent. And what I do, I mean, it looks like it's not high, but there's the pallets. But above that, if you can see, is on the inside I put, it's called concrete, it's a reinforcement wire. Can you see that? And it's not strong enough. It's high, but it's not strong enough for them to climb. Like on that backside, that's why I put the pallet lines going up and down, because the sideways ones, they can climb up it like a ladder. Seriously, that hole right there in the middle is the last thing that I have to patch up, because somebody will go right up over there. Hello, Willow. How are you? Hello, baby. Yeah, and Flower. And a Mayhem deserves his name. And Lucy's over there. And Baba Louie is over on the side. But I fashioned a feeder. That is an old day bed that my neighbor was getting rid of. And it's just the frame that stays up. And I covered it in case of rain, so that they have a good place for hay outside. Flower. Hello, you baby. So, works well. I have a hose that goes up so I can fill their water from down at the house. Just turn it over and turn it on. This is an electric bucket that will get plugged in soon. There is electricity up here. So, electricity, running water. If you know animals, they don't need heat. In fact, I had them over at the farm eating weeds, and it started to rain, and somebody called animal control. And animal control called me, and they said, you got a call. Can you at least put them in the back where people don't see them? So I did. And then the day that it snowed, I brought them back here, of course. They can get inside the hoop houses when they're tied. But if it was going to snow and get really, really cold, I wanted them to be as many of them as could bundle together if they wanted to. Because it's still pretty early and they really don't have full winter coats yet. But when they do, half the time, seriously, what they do is it's pouring rain or snowing. They stand outside because their house gets too warm, I think. And other people with the goats have said the same thing. Says, what's up with this? I have this beautiful house and it's nice and everything. And they sit outside. Now, people who heat the houses, they don't get the opportunity to build up that much of a winter coat, and apparently they just don't stay as warm by themselves. So, and the other thing I was doing, I did this the other day, is if you can see where there was a gray thing over here, there it is I moved it. And I'm cleaning out my fire pit area. So, it's getting there. This is the mattress. Let me flip this around. That is the mattress from the day bed. And I've got to cut that up and get rid of it. But at night, I was out here the other night. And the dogs laid on it. So I was like, well, if it's dry, okay. But, oh well. But what I have done, I have to fix that chair. But see, with that trash bin, is I've put it up here so that it'll keep my firewood dry. So now I will be able to cut up that firewood and stack it in here, and I will have my firewood for sitting out here and just poking around and doing nothing. So that is the pit I made. But what I've been using for the other stuff mostly is this burn barrel. And it's just a small one. You know, I forget, what is it? 20 gallon? No. 18 gallon something. It's the small galvanized. Because it's easier to pick up and dump. And I can just keep throwing stuff in it. So, oh well, that works. And I got, that is turning into a greenhouse. So I don't know if I'll be able to do that before the winter because I have so much stuff to do. But out of the chicken coop, I was storing all the animal crates. So they have to go. And my pile of metal that has to get picked up. And I have a whole bunch of metal that the scrap guy is going to come get. But it still looks like a mess, but it's not as bad as it looks. So that's good because I've got these, it's pretty much, in my head it's organized. It doesn't look it, but it is. And sometime, I think we're supposed to have nice weather for 3 or 4 days. So I think what I'll do is leaves. I did put the hay down in the, well, I had a couple of spoiled straw. And so I put them down. And what I will do is get some more because I'd like it to be better than that. I have to fill up the raised beds, and I have some bulbs to plant. I'm going to get a whole bunch of stuff that I have to do, and that's fine. Keep me busy, and I guess that's about it. It's just that it's gorgeous. You know, it's really, really pretty. And as opposed to how quickly things change, check that out. Is that not beautiful? I mean, how can you not like that? And look at the sky and all. I like this time of year for color because there's still green, there's yellow, there's gold, there's red, there's you name it. It's everything. And over there, they're gonna have to do something trimming because one of the trees over there died. But I don't think it's a hazard. It don't look so great, but I don't think it's a hazard. My poor dying tree. It doesn't even look good. I mean, compared to the other ones of the same type that are around, and there's one in the back that is also unhealthy. And you can pick it right out. It's like right there. Same one. Because there's that color, should be the same as that color, and it's not. So, oh well. And the moon is still out. I can't say that I'm sad about the time change because it gets me to stop a little bit earlier and not just keep wearing myself out. So I have been getting up earlier. So that's good too. So I'll get this cleaned up. I think that's going to be my project for the day, is the front yard. Get the rest of these. I trimmed the beautyberry back a little bit. I think I'll trim it back more. It's popped up a little bit. It's just getting a little overwhelmed, turning into a big flat mess. So, I don't know. And have to move some of these blueberry cages over to the back too. But maybe that'll be tomorrow. I don't really have to work until Tuesday. So, there you go. So, here we go. It's after Halloween and it's before Thanksgiving. So, hopefully everybody has a wonderful weekend. I wish you all had the same weather that we're having here, obviously, because it is beautiful. Look at me. I'm like, I got summer shirt on and everything. Bare feet. I put a hat on. You know why? I figured it was still a little chilly out, and it's not. So, finishing my nasty coffee, and that's about it. Is come out, do some trimming, and just kind of enjoy the day a little bit. Get some things done that I haven't been able to do. So, hopefully everybody has a wonderful day. Take care and be safe. So, till next time. Bye-bye.